Researching Korean War Army and Air Force veterans. This presentation explains how to reconstruct the service history of individual Korean War Army and Air Force veterans whose official military personnel files were lost in the 1973 archives fire. While the vast majority of the military service records which were consumed in the fire will never be recovered, there are alternate records which can be used to rebuild and document your veteran's story. Let's take a closer look at some of these records. Safeguarded military service records of Korean War veterans. The National Archives estimate that 80% of Army and Air Force official military personnel files were lost in the 1973 fire. 20% of Army and Air Force personnel files survived at least partially intact. Official military personnel files with pages which survived the fire are classified as safeguarded official military personnel files and can actually be viewed in person at the National Archives. It is common to find singe marks as well as water damage on many of the surviving pages which were involved in the fire. Individual deceased personnel files of the Korean War. The individual deceased personnel file was a separate personnel file created for Army and Air Force veterans who died in the service during the Korean War. The focus of these files is primarily on the death and burial of the individual Korean War veteran. The individual deceased personnel file can also provide valuable information about the service history of the Korean War veteran as well. Many individual deceased personnel files include correspondence regarding the repatriation of the veteran's remains and transfer of their personal effects to the family. This page from a Korean War individual deceased personnel file shows us the veteran's unit, how he was killed in action, his place of death, burial location, personal effects, and more. Reconstructed service records of Korean War veterans. If your veteran's official military personnel file was lost in the 1973 fire, the National Archives may have created what is known as a reconstructed service file. Most commonly, these files consist of material sent to the archives after the fire as a way for the veteran or the veteran's family to verify eligibility for certain benefits. The honorable discharge, which was frequently presented to the archives during the application for benefits, is often found in these files. Korean War Auxilary Service Records. If there are no pages in your veteran's official military personnel file which survived the fire and no reconstructed file, there may only be auxiliary records on your veteran. In most cases, the auxiliary file consists of fragmentary material such as enlistment rosters or special orders. Although sparse in detail, these records do provide helpful clues. Notice how the enlistment roster can show us the exact date the recruit entered the service. Likewise, the special orders can place the veteran at a specific location at a given time. Korean War medical records. Hospital admission records are organized by serial number, and they document the medical treatment of Korean War veterans. The information contained on the medical extracts come directly from the original medical records of the veteran before the official military personnel file was lost in the 1973 fire. From this particular medical extract, we can see that the veteran was assigned to an armored reconnaissance unit and was badly injured on April 30th, 1952, due to an accidental ammunition explosion. Army Morning Reports from the Korean War. The morning reports are company-level unit records, which enable us to track individual Army soldiers day to day within the units to which they were assigned. These records document important details such as combat participation, military duties, promotions, ranks, dates and locations where a veteran was wounded, injured, or killed in action, and geographical locations where an Army veteran was stationed on a given date. The military abbreviations which are used in the morning reports are essentially a form of military shorthand. The unit designation, date, and the station are listed at the top of each page, allowing us to determine exact locations the veteran visited. Note the impressive amount of detail on just this one page. On the 26th of July, 1950, Lloyd W. Wallace, a private assigned to Company H of the 5th Cavalry Regiment, was WIA, or wounded in action, near Hwangam, Korea. On the same date, he was transferred to the clearing company of the 15th Medical Battalion for treatment. His duty code 4812 indicates that he was an instrument operator for a mortar crew. As such, he would have been responsible for operating the aiming circle on a heavy mortar. General Orders and Medal Citations. Many Korean War Army and Air Force veterans were awarded medals for heroic actions performed in battle. The branch of service retained a permanent copy of the citation for these medals, which is known as a General Order. The General Orders often provide a detailed explanation of the gallantry exhibited by the veteran while under fire. Air Force pilot flight logs from the Korean War. Individual flight logs were maintained for Korean War pilots, co-pilots, and navigators. Flight logs do not exist for enlisted flight crew members. However, their missions can be reconstructed as well if their assigned pilot can be determined. Notice how this pilot's flight logs show us the unit to which he was assigned, dates and times that he was in the air, and the type of aircraft he flew. This particular pilot's flight logs actually show us the type of missions he flew each day, as well as the target destination for his bombing runs. These details can be used to pinpoint the exact combat missions flown by individual crew members during the Korean conflict. Air Force Award Cards. Air Force Award Cards show us the medals to which individual Air Force veterans were entitled. While the award cards typically do not provide a detailed citation, they do provide us with the General Order number, which can be used to find the actual citations for the medals. Korean War AfterAction and Mission Reports. AfterAction and mission reports are normally maintained at the squadron, battalion, or regimental level. The AfterAction reports provide a detailed account of the combat actions for the Army unit to which a veteran was assigned. I hope that you found this presentation helpful. If you think that others may be interested in learning more about researching a family member who served in the U.S. military, please share this video on social media and let others know about the services we provide.